Hey, it's Ed here. Today we're taking a look at technical analysis for Bitcoin with Elliott Wave Theory. So again, today we're going to be looking at the scenarios from these lows of November 22nd up to the current price, what has happened. And the main idea that I've got at the moment is this WXY. You could have this as a ABC like so as well. I don't mind either. I just like this a bit better where Wave X was a bit longer in time, creating this more sideways of a structure instead of this being the correction. It doesn't overall matter because again, we are starting the structure here, ending it here, whatever this is. In my opinion, it is going to be a three-way move, whether you have it pointed from here or here. Pivot again for the second structure, end would be here. So that's that. The next structure over was some kind of five-way structure coming down. This, in my opinion, looks very good as is. We would have five-way structure. Either you would have it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, something like this, or you would have this as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Overall, I think that it is ended here. We would have divergences here, ending them here. So again, overall, that is done. And what this is part of, I'm not quite sure. Either this is a start again or an end of something. So in my opinion, I don't see a potential where this is an end of something. So again, more probabilities that this is a start of something. So overall, my bias is to the downside. The structures from these lows, however, seemed kind of impulsive. So let's take a look at that closer structure. In my opinion, because again, we had something started from these highs over here. This would be either wave 1 or wave A, regardless of the higher degree waves. So 5 ways down and it still is missing a bottom leg. However, again, as we had this as a potential 5-way structure of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, I do think that this is a counter trend move, which is again an A, B, and then C. Yesterday I was looking at taking out these lows here on Discord, saying that okay, 16,550 should be taken out, and we did just do that. And now we can update this count having it here. Now overall, could this be a WXY or ABC? In the case of ABC, I think this looks decent as a 5-way structure. We do have that divergence here. But for the idea that I have this as a wave Y, there is also another scenario where this is a first 5-way structure of this wave Y here. Then we would have some kind of 3-way structure up and then 5 ways down, creating this kind of structure. So that is basically that. We have already taken out the lows of wave W on RSI, so I don't really mind if we are just going up higher. I'm already in longs on Bitcoin and have been, and a couple of different alts. I managed to get into ETH today morning here as well as a long setup. Although ETH is a bit different looking overall. However, I was expecting up move on that as well, although I'm not seeing the exact same structure there. But yeah, some kind of up move was expected, and now we have had it. So what's next? So again, we had two different ideas. If this is indeed the end of wave Y, we could be already creating that wave C to complete the higher degree wave 2 or wave B. At the moment, there is definitely a possibility where this is a wave 1, 2, a 1, 2. This would be 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5. So creating overall a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 structure here. Again, that would be most likely just the start of this whole move upwards, because again, this is so large in comparison, this wave A, to whatever we got here. The minimum we want to overall see hit is the 0.618, $17,070 area. This would take out the highs of wave A, take out the liquidity that we had here, and even potentially even taking out these here. Now the issue that we currently got here on lower time frame is that we don't really have much of resistance in here. We have a couple of fair value gaps from 17.15k to all the way to $17,080. And from 17.2k all the way to 17.4k. So if we get beyond the highs of A wave, I would not really be too surprised if we are going to get up in here straight away. And where do we have the a good target, 1-to-1 extension of this A wave pivoted. Again, if we do pivot from here, that would be the area. ABC, that is the main target. Again, we could come up higher where we do have some targets as well, but we have a couple of different areas here. This is definitely an interesting area here overall, this order block and this order block over here. I do think I value this a bit more, and there is definitely some kind of zone here that has turned into support and resistance, so that is definitely an interesting area. What else we have here is let's see, I can fix this. Does not really seem to be lined up properly. There we go. Now it's fine, I think. At the very tip top here, we have the 0.618 retracement. If I can shift this over so you can actually see it. And also we have previous daily levels, TPOs here as well, on the low parts. But we'll see how this turns into this, if it does at all. But those are the higher time frame targets basically. Now it all comes down to this structure over here. If we are taking out these highs, then it's simple to me. Then we are at least taking out the highs of A wave, most generally, and hit the 0.618. That is the minimum target. Again, we are seeking for 5-way structure to happen from here. If we are going to get this as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, this is most likely just a wave 1. If we don't hit the 0.618 before some kind of retracement. That retracement could take, again, a few days, up to a week, and then we could be heading up higher. As this is a 5-way structure, however, that we are expecting, the wave 2 should not be taking too much longer than the wave 1 overall. So keep that in mind. However, if we don't take out this low here and start to roll over downwards, and indeed this would be turning into some kind of a ABC or a ABC like this, at that point we would be looking for this B wave, wave Y to be happening, where this is the wave A, B, and then C wave here. Both are really good looking. I do kind of value this ABC downwards a bit more at this very moment, because again, it fits better onto this higher time frame expectation or the count that I currently have here. At the moment, I don't really have a good count saying that we have this as the end, because again, the retracement that we have here is not close to the 90%. We did not even tag the 85.4 retracement of this move, of this first structure here. So that's why I do think that I have more probabilities of shifting lower. There's definitely liquidity down here now that we have created a new low here. We did take out the liquidity here. So maybe there is a chance that we are coming a bit lower. Golden pocket or the 1-to-1 extension of this WXY here. So that would be around 16.5k or 16.47, somewhere around that region. At the moment, if you're in longs from here, like I am, I'm going to be playing this as if this is a impulse structure starting, where we have this as a 1-2-1-2 setup. So what we know about those is that they should not come back to these areas here. So on top of around 16.68k. If it does, then we have a more of a chance of having this as a 3-way structure like so than anything else. Because again, the fourth waves should not get to the wave 1 territory. And to me, I think this is looking pretty decent as a diagonal on its own. And yeah, that is that. Preference is at the moment again with the 1-2-1-2 setups due to RSI, looking like this. What else? I don't think there's anything else. Overall expectation is still upwards and then downwards again. So again, this is a trader's market for sure. This is not one where you should be just holding into something constantly. This is definitely a trader's market. If you know what you're doing, do it. If you don't, then you're going to be getting chopped up for sure. But that is what I try to educate you. If you want to be educated a bit more on Elliott Wave, there's a basics course on Patreon. Great segue. But that is the basic structures on there, and I'm preparing the advanced course as we speak still. That is coming out probably early next year. But I'll talk about that more once the time comes. But yeah, that is going to bring us to the end of this video. If you again enjoyed, leave me a comment, leave me a like, and subscribe. The free Discord server is still there and people are still active there, and hopefully you might as well get there and share your accounts as well. But I think that is going to do it. Thanks for watching and see you on the next video. Bye bye.